What is up, everybody? This is Frank. I'm back because people over the last couple weeks have been asking me what's in my running bag. What am I using? Primarily from people who are just thinking about running for the first time, or who maybe recently just started running and they're getting caught up in do I need this, do I need that, and so forth. So I am going to break everything down really quickly, really simple by my short runs, my medium runs, and my long distance runs. So I'm always going to be somewhere in this area here because I'm typically not wearing my fast running shoes unless I'm doing like a competitive 5K or something like that. Most of my training is going to be done in like a mid-comfort type of a shoe. I'm not going to get too much into the shoes because I did reviews on all of these shoes before, and that's not what this is about. So this is just my standard gear. For anybody who's just thinking about running for the first time, you can pretty much throw on whatever you want and go for a run. But at some point, it is going to be nice to pick up a decent pair of running shorts. I like them. They're lightweight. They're usually moisture wicking. Netting is good. I was a little hesitant on netting at first when I first started running. It was a little awkward feeling, but it is nice, guys. I think it's nice to kind of ditch the underwear and be able to run and still have the support that you need. It keeps everything cool down there, I'm not going to lie. Definitely helps out. I am a tank fan. I prefer tanks just because I live in Florida. It gets so hot here. You definitely want to throw some sunblock on, but then other than that, I probably wear a tank until it drops down into the mid to low 60s. And then I won't throw on long sleeves, probably unless it's in the really low 50s, high 40s. And even then, I still like loose fitting, long sleeve or loose fitting tees. I tend to stick to the Under Armour tees because they're a little bit softer in my experience than some of the Nike running gear, which was just a little rough, which can kind of give you some chafing and whatnot. So my short runs, I'm going to wear something like my Escalantes. They're a thinner shoe, lightweight, thinner stack. I used to wear the On Cloudflows all the time. Those are my speed shoes. So it's going to be all the same gear. My shorts, my shoes. I like a Nathan water bottle. This is the Quick Draw. I like the Quick Draw. It's double insulated, which is nice, so it keeps your water cold longer. And my cell phone fits right in here. Not all phones are going to fit. I have an iPhone 10. iPhone 10 fits in here well. So I pretty much always carry it with me. You never know when you're going to need some water. Even if you're doing a short run, you can't always be too sure. Sunglasses. A big fan of Goodr sunglasses. They're polarized. They're 25 to 35 bucks. That's really it. No ifs, ands, or buts. If you lose them, you'll be bummed out for a little bit, but who cares really? Get another pair, 25 bucks. They've got a nice little texture on them so they don't bounce. It keeps a lot of sweat out of your eyes. Okay, and I will wear a hat, and I wear a hat for the same reason. Keep some of the sweat, some of the extra sun out of your eyes, which can definitely be annoying. Plus, I tend to just, I don't know, I'm always more comfortable in hats, as you guys can see. In this case, this is my Under Armour Rock hat, which is my training hat. Kind of turned into my running hat a few months ago, and I've been wearing it ever since. So headphones, you definitely have to have music, me personally anyway. So I don't like the in-ear. The in-ear always irritates me. It kind of bounces out. Sometimes it gets a little suction cup sound. I'm not a big fan. I came across these Aftershokz, the Trek Titaniums. They're phenomenal. The battery lasts at least a couple weeks on 4, maybe 5 runs a week, which is really good. Charges quick, no in-ear suction, no nonsense, no bounce. They will put a little bit of pressure on the back of your ear if you're wearing too much. The hat, the glasses, and the headphones and whatnot. It can be a little uncomfortable on those longer distances. But I did a marathon in these, and I really didn't have any issues. I was pleased. They are a little pricey. They're around 100 bucks. But like I said, I wasted a bunch of money on stuff in the past. I've probably spent that much on headphones that I don't even have anymore. So always those. The only variation then outside of that is, on a run, um, maybe up to that half marathon, I'll wear a different pair of shoes, same gear, different pair of shoes, and then I'll add in things like base salts. Um, these base salts are really nice, base electrolyte salt. If you are going to run a long distance and you're using salt, you actually start off in the first mile. So after that first mile, or first few minutes, whatever the case is, you'll take some of the salt. I don't use it unless I'm going to run. In my case, it's about 5 miles. After 5 miles, I'll start using the base salts again, starting mile 1. Really, no change outside of the different shoes and the base salts. On a longer run, so probably half marathons and up, or on those brutal recovery days where you still need to get the miles in, but your legs are in a lot of pain, I will add an even more cushioned shoe that's going to give me a little bit more of the support that I need, but I will include things like some carbohydrates. I'm a low carb guy to begin with, but I will take these on those really long runs where I know I need calories and I can't, I can't run for 3+ hours fasted. So I'm going to need to have a little bit of calories. Almost forgot. Body Glide and Sport Shield. You're definitely going to need this on any longer runs. Me personally, if I'm going to I put this in my 5-mile kit. So if I'm going to run 5 miles or more, I'm putting on Body Glide and I'm putting on Sport Shield. You're going to protect all your sensitive areas from ridiculously painful chafing. I did a couple runs where I couldn't even walk, and it's because I didn't use Body Glide. And yeah, there was blood involved. Not cool. That's really it. Again, simple. You don't need to go and buy 100,000 different things. It looks like I have a ton of stuff here, but that's just because I'm showing you my short runs, my mid runs, my long runs. But really, this is kind of what my kit looks like on every normal day. Boom. I throw it all in my hat. That's it. That's all I need. I run. I'm good. So if you're going to do any nighttime running, if you're doing like a nighttime race, they will require you sometimes to either have a reflective vest or a headlamp of some sort. So if you do plan on doing trail running, wouldn't hurt to pick that stuff up. I always advise you, wait until you've got one coming up, and then jump on Amazon, see if you can't find something cheap around the neighborhood. Sometimes if I'm going to run in the evening, I'll use a couple of these little clip-on flashing lights. They had to have been less than $10 for a pair. And you just, one on the front, one on the back, so neighbors don't run you over. But really, that is going to be it. You can get into things like, your sport watches and your heart rate monitors. Obviously, you can use your phone to track that stuff. So if you're using gear as an excuse to not get out, you have everything you really need. But if you do want to get some stuff, I can do some follow-ups on technology in the future. But that's it. I just want to be able to share with you guys some of the things that work for me, and hopefully they work for you. And if you need anything in the comments, if you want any follow-ups, or if you want me to go into detail about some of the other stuff, I'll try to include links and pictures of whatever I can. But other than that, that's it. Thank you guys for listening and sitting through this. And we're going to be doing a review soon on the Escalantes. So stay tuned. Peace.